in this session, we are going to work on a really powerful Python tool. After using that, we are going to use that tool to see if your Netflix password is strong enough or you need to change it. So let's get it started. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about Python FL statements. The first case would be to see if your Netflix password is strong. Do you need to change it? Do you need to update it? Because you don't want to get rid of your Netflix account. So let's get it started. First, over here, I'm taking a variable password and I'm saying just input. What is your Netflix password? Simple. Then we are going to see what is the length of this password. For that, we are going to use a method length to calculate the length of the string. So we are saying strength equal to length of the password. All done. Now we are going to use the condition, the magical condition. So I'm going to say if strength is greater than 6, then just print strong password, WID, and else print change your password. Now let's run this code and see the output ourselves. So now there's an input to write down the password. So I'm just going to write a demo password. So I'm going to say ABC321. Let's hit enter. It is saying that I need to change the password because it is exactly equal to 6 characters. Now let's run this again to see the output. If I'm going to say ABC4321, then it is going to say strong password. Now let's deep dive into this and see how this condition is working. So what's happening? First, the strength condition is getting checked. We are going to see the password that we have given if the length is greater than 6. So if the character number of characters in that string is greater than equal to 7, then only it is going to say a strong password. Otherwise, this whole condition would not be succeeded. The else condition would be succeeded, and then it is going to say change your password. Really simple, really cool enough. So this is just the first example. Now we are going to move forward, and now we are going to work on nested if-else statement. Can we use nested if-else conditions? The answer is yes, you can definitely use it. And now we are going to work on similar examples. So here we are going to see if our ID and password is a match or not. So how we are going to do that? First, I'm going to say my ID. Then I'm going to say input, enter your ID. So here we are getting the ID. Then what we can do, we can have an if condition just on the ID, because if the ID is not correct, why would we even need to take the password? So over here, I'm going to say if my ID equal to, I can say Manan, then only just take the next input. So that would be the password. So over here, I'm saying password equal to input, enter the password. I have already given the if condition, and else would be print ID is incorrect. Real simple. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create a nested if else. So we are going to create an if else condition inside an if else condition. How we are going to do that? Over here, I'm going to say if password equal to ABC, then just say enjoy, because that's the correct ID and password. Otherwise, say print password is incorrect. So before running the code, let's see how this code is working. First, I'm taking an ID. Then I'm checking the condition if my ID is equal to Manan, then only it is going to ask for the password. Once we have given the password, it is going to check the password. If password is equal to ABC, then we can say that enjoy. Otherwise, it is going to say the password is incorrect. And if the ID is not equal to Manan, this condition would not even be succeeded. This would not even run. We will just jump to the else statement and we'll get ID is incorrect. Now let's run this code and see the output ourselves. So here, first I'm going to write a wrong ID. So I'll just say this. So it is saying ID is incorrect. Now we are going to get the right ID, that is Manan. And then it is asking us for the password. First, I'm going to say BD. So it is saying the password is incorrect since this statement is getting executed. Now we'll run this code and see if our code is working perfectly fine. Over here, I'm going to say ABC. Then now we are getting an output enjoy. So this is how a simple if else statement is really helpful in getting the ID password to work. Now this was all about nested if else statement. Now we are going to work on if elif statement. How we can use if elif statement and try to come up with a case that would be helpful for you to understand the problem. Now let's take an example of a sign up form. So here we are going to create a sign up form that using the if elif statement and see how it actually works. So over here, I'm just going to say a variable that would be sign up, and I'm going to say input. How would you like to sign up? You like to sign up. Really simple. Then we are going to use if elif condition to give multiple inputs to the user. Then I'm going to say if sign up equal to email, then we are going to say print enter your email. This is when you are going to sign up with your email. Another statement would be elif sign up equal to Google, then just print enter your Google ID and password. Then we are going to use an else condition in this. Then we are going to say else print enter your number. So this is a simple sign up form using if elif statement. So before running the code, let's see how this code is working. First, we are taking a variable and we are taking the data from the user. We are saying this, how would you like to sign up? Then the first condition on the sign up is if the value entered is equal to email, then we are just printing enter your email. So this is how a user will be popped to enter the email ID. Then again, if elif the sign up statement is Google, this statement will be executed. So that would be enter your Google ID and password. And the last statement is otherwise, just enter your number. If you do not want to sign up using your email or your Google ID and password, then just enter your number. Now let's run this code and see the output. So it is saying, how would you like to sign up? We are just saying using email. So it is executing this statement, enter your email. This is how useful if else conditions are in Python. Really simple and really easy to use. Now we are moving towards a practical example. So I have a question for you guys. So you have to write down a code to check if a number is positive, negative, or zero using if elif statement. You can pause the video at any point of time and try to come up with a solution. I think you have came up with a solution. Now we are going to work on the solution together. First, we are going to take an input from the user. So I'm just going to say number, input, enter the number. Now, the input that we are getting is in a form of string. First, what we need to do, we need to convert the number into an integer. For that, we are going to use int. So we are going to say number equal to int number. So the number that we have taken is actually converted into a class type integer. Now we are going to use if elif condition. So how are we going to do that? We are going to say if number is greater than 0, print positive. This is really cool. The first condition is to check if the number is greater than 0, so it is just going to print the number as positive. Then we are going to say elif number is less than 0, print negative. So if the number is less than 0, then we are just going to say just print it's a negative number. And else we are just going to say print 0. If it is not positive or neither negative, then it's equal to 0. Now let's run this code and see the output ourselves. So here it's asking me to enter the number. Over here I'm just going to enter 10. So the code is saying it's a positive number. This is how simple we can use if-elif statement to tackle any problem in Python. Now let's run this code once more. Over here I'm just going to take -4, and then our code is saying it is a negative number.